I'm Cindo Peterson, one of the ministers here at Trillium United. I specifically work with the children and youth, and this Sunday it has been Christian Family Sunday. So the children from our SCA program, which is Sunday Kool Activities, Kool with a K, the kids and I worked on providing some worship leadership for the rest of our family of faith here at Trillium United Church. So in preparation for this service, the kids and I talked about what does it mean to be a Christian family of faith, and specifically around the word family. And so really what it was all about for the kids was love. So we decided we wanted to share a love worship with the congregation. And in our preparation, I found this great video made by MC Yogi, and the title of it is Give Love Away. And I encourage you at the end of watching this video time to check it out on YouTube. The video itself, the kids choreographed a great lot of dancing, a lot of energy, a lot of ways to express giving love away. And one of the big things they did was they prepared these love bags and filled them with symbols of love and gave them away to people in the congregation. And in the bags we have inspirational quotes about love. We have scripture passages, about 50 of them in there. The kids also wanted to include Hershey's Hugs and Kisses because that's a great symbol of love. And in giving the bags away, we encouraged people to look through the bags and take out what spoke to them about love. What kind of love do they feel they need? And they could take out an inspirational quote, maybe put it on their fridge, or pick out a Bible scripture and keep it beside their bed and read it before they go to sleep or when they get up in the morning. But it wasn't to end there, because we are encouraging the people of our congregation to spread the love. So we want them to put a symbol of love back into the bag and pass it on, to give the bag away. So hopefully maybe some of you will receive one of these bags, and we encourage you to do the same thing and pass the love on, give it away. When we continued on through worship, we wanted to explore what does love mean at a deeper level. Before we can give the love away, we need to be able to nurture it and understand what it is to carry love within us. In the Bible, in the Gospel of John, the writer refers to God as love. They say, God is love. Not God's love or the love of God, but God is love. And so if we think of God as being endless and boundless, so too must love. Love in itself then can never end. It's constantly flowing. The Bible itself, when talking about this kind of love, in the Greek translation, they use the word agape. And agape love in the Bible is the highest of the 4 forms of love that are talked about in the Bible. And agape itself means selfless, sacrificial, and unconditional. And it's mainly found in the New Testament and in reference to Jesus' teachings and his actions and even the resurrection. Because if you think of Jesus' love as agape love, that is the ultimate selfless, sacrificial, unconditional. And the resurrection, that love never dies, that Jesus' life is ongoing, is how love just continually renews itself and pours itself out and is available for us. And again, if you think of that reference of being always available for us, it's that God is always there, ever present, always renewing, ever there for us. In the scripture passage that we read today, it was part of one of Paul's letters to the Corinthians, and he talked about sin and its destructive powers and how we're called to stay away from the nudgings of sin. And if we think of sin as turning away from God or turning away from that agape love. It's the things that draw us in that are driven by envy or power lust or just the personal desires of something I want or I need. Then that's the turning away, this negative power that pulls us. Paul refers to it as a destructive power. And I was reflecting on that as we were preparing this time of sharing love, and what does that have to do with love? But that's that paradox, that thing that pulls us away. And why do we do that? And why do we feel compelled to act in these ways that are so negative or so far away from God or agape love? And Jesus, in his wisdom, knew that our mind was the thing that could play tricks on us. It's our mind, it's that ego self that makes us want to make choices that are best for me. I talk to the kids about the me, myself, and I person, and that's the kind of decision that draws us away from that positive energy of love. So Jesus calls us in the scripture to align our mind with our heart and our soul. Jesus gives us the great commandment to love God with all our heart and all our soul and all our mind. And when we do that, if we can align our mind with our heart and our soul, like if we think of the heart and soul of that ourselves as the love, our God center, when the mind's aligned with that, we think that only love can flow forward. When everything's aligned, it's great. And the second commandment that Jesus gives us is to love our neighbor as ourself. So if we can have the alignment of our mind, our body, and our heart, everything flowing, that love flowing out, well, where is it flowing to? It's that connection to be in relation with other people, with things around us, with all of creation. So in that agape love, that eternal love flowing from us, if we see our neighbor as ourself or see the other as ourself, that love would just naturally flow. There is no blockage, no definition of you or I, and you are only going to give that love. There is no reason to keep it. During our worship service, we also shared the song, Bob Marley's song, One Love. And along with that, we read his daughter, Cedella Marley's story, One Love. She translated and changed some of the language in his song so that children could maybe understand a little bit more that connection of one love, one heart, how things are all interconnected. And we extended the concept of that story to our God is love. If God is love, and God is endless and boundless, and we believe in one God, then we would believe that love is endless and boundless, but there's also only one love. And then we're called to share that one love with one another. We finished our reflection time with a story. There's a Sufi writer who once said of Jesus that he was often chastised or ridiculed or made fun of out loud as he was sharing his thoughts with people. And he would only ever answer these people with prayers in their names. And one night, the disciples were really quite agitated with Jesus' response all the time. And they said, "Doesn't it make you angry? And don't you want to chastise and curse these people back? And why do you always just give prayers out in their names?" And Jesus said to them, "I can only spend that what I have in my purse." And he's saying that he only carries love, and therefore he can only give his one love. So I encourage you this week, as you go about your day and being in relationship with other people and creatures of God's creation to check and see what's in your purse. You might need to dump some of that darkness or negative energy out so that there's lots of space. You can align yourself and give the love away. Let it pour out. Don't forget to give that love away. And don't forget to check out our MC Yogi link, Give Love Away. Till next time, namaste.